Smiley Bulger, welcome once again to the programme.
Roddy, good evening to you. How are we keeping?
All good, thanks, bit of goodness.
Right.
I say this to you every year. I think we probably started off in pretty much the same way. It's hard to believe it's 32 years now.
Yeah, it is. It is hard to believe. You know, a couple of years more, 4 years more, and it'll be 36, which is the age he died at.
Yeah, that's
very tragic.
Now, this year you've, in previous years, some of the gigs have, you've been all over Dublin pretty much, but for the last 10 years or so or thereabouts, it's been Vicar Street for the most part, which is kind of almost the spiritual home now at this stage.
Yeah.
But you're back into Whelan's this year, Whelan's in Wicklow Street, is that right?
Yeah, we did a small venue last year, which was the Workman's Club over 3 nights, and this year we were booked into Vicar Street originally, right? And the pre-vibe in Whelan's, but then we had a rethink. You know, the 32nd, you're not really going to fill out, Vicar Street. You might do 600-700 people. That's a half a house.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good. So the big ones have always been 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You mean? And then the next 2 big ones will be, it'll be the run up to the 25th, or 35th rather. 34, 35, and 36 will be, really good as well.
Yeah, that's a significant one. So by the way you're talking, you've no intention of stopping this.
Well, I'll put it to you a different way, right? Like, all the present crew are committed up to the 36. We've spoke about this, right?
Yeah.
And if we survive, if we all survive, the present crew,
yeah,
right? And I'm probably the most, underlining health-wise, right? I think the other ones will be pretty okay. They're younger than me.
Yeah.
But for as long as I'm around, I will participate, right? And when the 36 comes, I will definitely exit stage left. I will anyway. If it's the only gig I do. I get involved. Well, I do some charity work and things. MC, which is very nice. A few people have asked me to do DJ at parties and things like that, which is very nice. But I'm retired from active running venues, which is basically what I did all my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're well known for it, indeed.
Yeah, so it's great fun. Like, it's really enjoyable, and this one has been a relatively easy ride. You know what I mean? And I've been getting some assistance from Brian Grace and Jimmy Coop. They've been giving me a dig out.
It's no secret, Smiley, that the last year has been a tough one for you health-wise.
It has been.
To say the least.
I've been hospitalised twice.
Yeah.
Once for skin cancer on the face, right, which was an ugly sight when I came out, and the other one to have a valve replaced in my heart. But I had that complaint from birth. It's just that it didn't raise its ugly head. I've always had a murmur in my heart.
So that, I would imagine, then has played a big part in your decision to kind of take a slight step back for it and allow Jimmy and Brian to steer it a bit more than you.
Yeah. I still make the phone calls because they insist that I call people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so the donkey work has been done by them, though, I would imagine.
Well, I wouldn't quite say that.
Well, you know what I mean. I mean, you're still taking a little bit of a step back and allowing the pressure to be on them.
Yeah, because they had an input into like who's on the bill. Like Brian suggested Dave McGuinness, ex-Lair singer.
Oh yeah.
And Jimmy surprisingly said Stone Trigger, which are an unknown quantity regarding the vibe. You know what I mean?
Their new name.
But, yeah, Dave has done it a few times. Stone Trigger have never done it, and they're an original band, in a heavy sort of way. You know what I mean? Original sort of heavy rock. So it'll be dead interesting to see what they do with themselves.
Well, there's obviously some sort of influence from Thin Lizzy there, given the kind of music that they do now themselves.
Yeah. They just come back from tour with the LA Guns, and they were putting in a few Lizzie songs into their set, and particularly in the encore, you know.
Well, for the benefit of the people listening in who may or may not be going, we'll give you the quick rundown, starting with first I won't say headline, but last act. So it's Jimmy Coop, who's well known to Vibe goers. Then you have Stone Trigger, Dave McGuinness then from Lair, Conor McGurran, who's well known to Vibers as well. The Brothers Orr, who are very young but also very well known. And then, of course, Thin As Lizzy with Johnny and the irrepressible low riders then at the very end. It's a very strong lineup.
No, I think Thin As Lizzy will finish off the evening.
All right, so that's okay. I'm just reading exactly as I see.
Yeah,
here.
no. That one, what you see on the net is not necessarily what will happen on the night.
Okay. So we'll switch those around. Thin As Lizzy finishing it out tonight.
I think so. Yeah,
makes a lot of sense. Really, makes a lot of sense.
It does, because they have all the hits, and because the low riders have come back from, being on tour with Brian Downey, right? They don't want to do Live and Dangerous at all. So their set list is all sort of B-sides and alternative material.
What we know and love them for, they do some great back catalogue stuff indeed. Yeah.
So that's what they're up to. And then John Conlon and Thin As Lizzy will finish off the night with all the hits,
Great favourites.
And the Brothers Orr, who are, they're now going in the Mammoth Boys territory, three brothers in the one band, So
well, why not? Why not?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah, we need somebody to take over that mantle.
And he's a like Luke, the youngest of the three. He's a fine little drummer. I've been surprised. You know what I mean? Yeah. At rehearsals, he's been like, woof,
And Conor McGurran would have started out pretty much close to the age those lads are at now, aren't they, on the Vibe? He was very young when he started with us.
He was 9 years of age when he first came to our attention. Yes. And it was through a mutual friend, right? A father, a gentleman who was a friend of his father. And there was this little whiz kid. So the first time he performed, he was 9 years of age, and then he did a rake at him then up to about the 20th Vibe, and then he joined the big guns.
Yeah, he's a bit of a metalhead too, isn't he?
He's prod rock, really. You know what I mean? He's only doing 4 songs, but that'll take a half an hour.
Then you have Dave McGuinness and from Lair, and Lair have had quite a strong association with the Vibe down the years, haven't they?
They have, yeah.
Didn't they appear on that tape that cassette tape you released many years ago?
They did. They did a lovely sort of a mix of Inheritance, Diddy Levine, and something else, all mixed up together. A big song, 7 or 8 minutes long.
And was it you said that was Brian Grace suggested Dave?
It was Brian Grace suggested Dave. Yeah,
it's a good move. Yeah, good move.
And we were hoping that they might recreate that. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
But all the members of the Lowriders are working musicians. So the two boys, Matt and Phil, are up north, and they're working 5-6 nights. And Brian's down here, and he's back to his regular gigs. So sometimes he's doing 2 or 3 gigs in one evening,
Another lease of life for Brian.
Yeah. He's lucky.
Indeed. And
yes.
Stone Trigger, are they a Dublin band?
The drummer is
well, they're Dublin based, I mean.
They're Dublin based. The drummer lives and works. The drummer is Spanish.
Oh, okay.
Right? And he lives and works in England. And he sort of flies over for rehearsals and meets them up wherever the gigs are going to be.
So you've any idea what they're going to do in their set?
I have a good idea, yeah.
You going to tell me?
what they're going to do. I will tell you, right? Whether they do all of these, but they're going to do Killer on the Loose, right?
Okay.
Hollywood, Baby Please Don't Go, Dedication, Cold Sweat, Waiting for an Alibi, and Emerald.
There's a good mix in there, isn't there?
That's a good mix. Yeah.
Predominantly the later end of the career of the catalogue.
Yeah. I told them stay away from all the hits, but I see 2 of them or 3 of them in there.
Yeah, I suppose they're probably not going to get this opportunity too often, so they want to kind of do it in their own way, I guess. But there you have it.
Yeah.
And of course, then Jimmy Coo. Everybody knows Jimmy. I mean, his association also goes back quite some years now.
Yeah. Well, Jimmy does the whole gig, which is very successfully, and we have no idea what he's going to do, but he'll probably do something, guess with the lowriders for 1 or 2, and then fill a few, changeover spots in between. You know what I mean?
As is his way, he'll fill in everywhere, I suppose.
Well, wherever he's needed.
He'll do it. And you're in Whelan's this year, and Whelan's is for anybody who's a gig goer at all, when you go to Dublin. I mean, Whelan's has such a very strong, if you'll pardon the pun, reputation. So they must be delighted to have you coming in. Yeah.
Well, the nice thing about the Vibe is no matter where we go, we're always welcome back.
Yeah.
Because it's, as you probably know yourself, it's hard to do a bit of business, after Christmas and the New Year. Mm-hmm. So, it's the first big event of the New Year every year,
Yeah. And the hotels are always delighted to see everybody coming along as well.
Everybody's delighted to see us. And I'm amazed, sometimes where, especially the overseas people, where they get the money, after Christmas and the New Year.
Yeah.
But they do these things. They buy the tickets when they go on sale, and they book their flights, in the month of October or November, so they're paid for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of it's a ritual for a lot now at this stage.
Yeah. It's lovely, really, because this one, if there's an underlining theme to this one. Everyone has its own underlining theme, but this one is all about friendship, because, the friendship between, the artwork with Frank and Philip together, right? And they were great mates all their life, best friends all their life.
Yeah, I think everybody was delighted to see that you gave the nod towards Frank. His anniversary is the 22nd of December, and it's hard to believe he's gone now, because you knew.
And now Frank, what do you call him, Tom Collins, the great photographer.
I believe so, yeah.
He's just passed away. Another one who was a great friend of Phillips and Franks and Jim Fitzpatrick,
I suppose we're all just getting to that age.
I mean, that's why I say, Roddy, we got to watch ourselves.
Yeah,
we're all at that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We're all at late 60s, early 70s plus. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you speak for yourself.
I am speaking for myself.
When you look back over the last 32 years, Smiley, is there anything in particular that stands out for you? I don't mean specific years, but as an overall package, is there one thing about the Vibe that you particularly, I don't know, look forward to, or something that just strikes you every year?
Well, I love the sort of, comradeship between all the people who come over to it, and especially around the North Star Hotel, the night after, the post Vibe. You mean we either have an event or we just hang out the North Star. You mean?
Yeah.
And you build up all these relationships with people, from different areas and different countries and different cities, and it's just like that. That's the one that I really enjoy. Right.
And the thing about it is, I've noticed as well, the people that have arrived, say maybe they'd be newcomers, 3 years ago or 10 years ago, whatever, and suddenly they're there every year, and they're further and further away, and you've met people from pretty much every corner of the world.
Yeah.
At this stage.
Yeah. I think the saving grace of the Vibe is quality control.
Yeah.
Like we've had a few turkeys over the years, right?
But that's inevitable, really, isn't it?
Well, but we haven't had one for, the last 10 years, right? Because I personally take the time and the effort, to check these people out. You know what I mean? because they can send you a demo or they can put something over the net and it's, oh, that's very interesting.
But you got to see them live.
You got to see them live.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's called Here I Go Again, which is another old Philip song as well.
The B-side of the rocker.
And should we say it in a certain slant, like, oh, here we go again?
Well, that's like that's the way it went. Because I wasn't. You remember, I wasn't going to do anything at one stage, right? That's when Jimmy and Brian came to see me, and people were ringing me. People were ringing me and saying, "Smiley, you can't do. You have to do something," because the vultures were already gathering in the wings.
Yeah, they are. But I mean, at the same time, I think we have to all keep in mind your state of health. We cannot expect you to be under pressure the way you have been. A few years ago, you handled it no problem. But as I mentioned earlier on, it's been a tough year.
No. And I'm in good cheer, and I'm in good health these days.
Good.
I'm looking after myself.
I'm going to have a go at you. I'm going to tell everybody listening at the moment, you're still damn well smoking.
I am indeed.
Smack on the wrist, Smelly Vulture.
I know, but it won't be before the 5 anyway. But I do have plans for the new year.
Good, well, it's good to hear. It's not easy, I know. I'm only having a laugh at you there.
No. If I could give that up, I would be a hell of a lot better. And so would everybody else. But it's a terrible addiction,
So all roads lead to Dublin for the 31st Vibe for Philo, Whelan's Wexford Street in Dublin on the 4th of January 2018. Here I Go Again, and in honour of Frank Murray as well, and of course Philip as well.
Will you be coming yourself?
I've not missed it for 20. This is 30. This is the 32nd. 31 years I think I've been coming up. Just Smiley. We didn't know you in the early days, but we got to know you over the years as it was.
If you'd like to contribute something in the form of, a poem or a few lines about either of these people, you're very welcome.
I think the one contribution I ever made to the Vibe was many years ago with the lads when I don't think they were the Voodoo Rhythm Devils at the time. And I think I did the Hero and the Madman. That was my one contribution to the Vibe. I have to say though, having done it, it was one heck of a buzz. To come out. I know now how the lads feel when they finish on stage.
I think that's on somebody's set list. If you want to do it again.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'd have to dress up as a wizard or something, or something like that. Smiley, listen, I'm going to let you go, and we're going to play "Here I Go Again" now, as is the way we do it on this. And well done again on getting it together. And please God, fingers crossed, we'll do it again in 12 months' time.
Thank you very much, Roddy.
Do you want to introduce the song?
Yeah. Here I go again. But pack my bags and headed for the North Sea. Etc. etc.
Smiley, thanks a million.
Thanks, Roddy. Cheers. God bless. Bye.
So we packed our bags and headed for the North Sea. There was Eric, Brian, Freaky Pete, Charlie, Frankie, Lee, and me. And I was feeling homesick, but I was in such good company. And we went sailing. And we came ashore long before the fighting broke. We saw the sign and we headed for the big smoke. And we met an old woman of the roads, and she said, hey, life is but a joke. We went on trucking. And I'm always thinking, I'm thinking how much I think about it all. While you're just dreaming, had you dreamt it all? But I'm the one who's falling, the one you hear here calling across your floor. Here I'll go again, feeling low down. I'll never know came from the wrong side of town. And we were like the lonesome outlaws. We'd go which way the wind would blow, down the open trail that nobody know, nobody know, nobody know. And sometimes you get lonesome, there you go, feeling low down. And I'm always thinking, I'm thinking how much I've been thinking about it all, while you were just dreaming, just dreaming, just dreaming that you dreamt it all. But I'm the one you hear here calling, the one you see there crawling across the floor. Oh, here I'll go again, feeling low down. I'll never know, but then I came from the wrong side of town, and I was your main man, and it was crazy, 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 plum loco crazy.